Good day, everyone. We are here today to discuss the lessons that we are able to learn in Math 204 Probability. To start with, let me introduce myself. I am Dungog, a BS Mathematics student of Negros Oriental State University. For example, given this graph above, we are about to find first A, its mean, B, its standard deviation, C, its mean plus standard deviation, and D, its mean minus standard deviation. Note that this graph is symmetrical. That means that our mean will be equal to 30 plus 45 divided by 2, and that would be equal to 75 divided by 2, which equals to 37.2. That means our mean is about 37.2. Now, in finding its standard deviation, notice that its inflection points from below is between 15 and 30, and from above is between 45 and 60. So, given that 45 plus 60 divided by 2, which is equals to 105 divided by 2, and that would be equal to 52.5, and this 52.5 would be not our standard deviation but our standard deviation, our mean plus standard deviation. And that 15 plus 30 divided by 2, which is equals to 45 divided by 2, be equal to 22.5, which is our mean minus its standard deviation. And now the problem is that how to find our standard deviation. Sorry, this is about 37.5. There. Now, in finding its standard deviation, since we have this 52.5, which is equals to the mean plus its standard deviation, so we can have this solution. 52.5 given the mean, which is equals to 37.5 plus its standard deviation. Now we can make it this way. So transpose 37.5, we have 52.5 minus 37.5, which is equals to our standard deviation, and that would be equal to 15 is equals to our standard deviation. Let's check if mean minus its standard deviation, which is equals to 22.5, will have also an equivalent standard deviation of 15. So we have 22.5, which is equals to 37.5 minus standard deviation, we have 22.5 minus 37.5, which is equals to negative standard deviation, and that would be equal to negative 15, which is equals to negative standard deviation. Since we can now multiply both sides by negative, so we have 15, which is equals to its standard deviation. That means our standard deviation for this whole graph will be equal to 15. For example, we have this graph of a standard normal curve given that z is equals to negative 1.8 and z is equals to 1.4. So we meant to find the area to the left of z, which is equals to negative 1.8, to the right of z, which is equals to 1.4, and between z which is equals to negative 1.8 and z, which is equals to 1.4. We also wanted to show on how to shade the area that we are going to find. So number 1, find the area to the left of z, which is equals to 1.8. 1.8 will be equals to this one. Left of z, which is equals to negative 1.8, is this one. And its corresponding area from the z table is equals to 0.0359. Now, number 2, let's find the area to the right of z, which is equals to 1.4. To the right of z 1.4, left and right. So we shade this part. In finding the area to the right, note that a standard normal curve is always equals to the area of 1. So 1 minus the corresponding area of 1.4, which is equals to 0.9192, would be equals to 0.0808. And number 3, between z, which is equals to negative 1.8, and z, which is equals to 1.4. So we have this area. So for this problem, let the area of the for this problem between z is equals to negative 1.8 and z is equals to 1.4, subtract the area of the lower value to the area of the biggest value. And that would be 0.9192 minus 0.0359, which is equals to 0.8833.